moving on to Carryforward. So Carryforward has gotten a little bit more complicated in that, um, you know, we've had too many scenarios where 1 year was restricted, the next year granted automatic carryforward, and then it's restricted again. And it causes confusion for some of the subsites. And we're trying to make it so that folks have to affirmatively select what the carry forward is for each year. This is way more applicable for our federal subawards. Nonprofits, it's not as applicable because most times they don't create distinct budget periods. You might need to look at the original agreement and find out and review that a little more closely. But for our federal ones, we definitely want to know now, is it automatic and you're granting automatic carry forward? Is it restricted per UCSF? Is it restricted per the NOAA? And then for fixed rate, for the NIH fixed rate, it's not applicable. So we've added that as an option as well. And that's actually an addition since the last presentation. And it was based on a conversation I had with an RSC about it. She was wondering how to fill out the SRF. And so I added that for clarification. So one side comment is, this is going to be a little bit of a living document. And so are the instructions. I'm hoping to make updates and correct things as needed so that they are more up to date and that we're not going years before updating them and revising them. So if you have questions or think something needs to be clarified in the instructions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to make some clarifications and add more information to that. But one of the reasons that we're adding in, being clear about restricted by UCSF or the NOAA is the FDP templates have added that in as well. And so it's good to know. Also, NIH is really pretty clear about whether or not carry forward is restricted or not. The other federal agencies are not as clear. And so there are some agencies, I think this was HRSA, carry forward is potentially automatic unless you're going to carry forward more than 25% of the award. And so we're asking folks to talk with their investigators in the department and find out how they want to manage this, because it's a little harder for us to know, well, we have automatic carry forward up to 25%, but how does that work for the subsite? What do we tell the subsite? And so they want to know as well, is it automatic or restricted for us? And so we're trying to have folks have those conversations more upfront, especially as we're seeing more with HRSA, FDA, CDC, where the carry forward isn't the same as the NIH and what we usually see. So it's definitely important to go back and look at the sponsors' policies.